Hello everyone, myself Farvahita, Assistant Professor of Computer Science Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I'm here to discuss a few topics in the subject CS8592 Object Oriented Analysis and Design. Here we are going to discuss about the include, extend and generalization concepts in use cases and when to use use cases. The objective of this is to learn the concepts of include, extend and generalization and when to use use cases. Let us see about the use case relationships. Use case relationship models the dependency between the use cases in the interaction model of the system. Okay, the dependency among the use cases is shown by the relationship. The use case diagrams has a set of use cases and actors, and a use case represents a bit of the system functionality, and actors or the objects with interacts with the system to get the work done from the system for which it is designed. The independent use cases can represent a simple application, but to represent the complex or large applications, the system analyst needs to structure the complex relationship between the use cases. Establishing the relationships between the use cases allow reusing those use case which needs to be defined repeatedly, and this reduces the efforts of the developers. There are three kinds of relationships explained here. The kinds of relations that could be modeled between the use cases or include relationship, extend relationship and generalization. Now let us see about include relationship. Include relationship is modeled between the use case when the use case includes the behavior sequence of another use case. The use cases that need to be described repeatedly for a complex or a large system are modeled once and included in the other use cases when required. Include use case is similar to subroutines, as they are the set of instructions which are repeatedly used in the program. But this set of instructions is written only once and are called whenever required. And the include use case may or may not appear as behavior sequence on its own. Now consider this online stock brokerage system, which involves the several use cases, among which three would be secure session, make a trade, and another one is validate password. Now whenever a user establishes a secure session, it includes the validation of passwords. When we need security, we are going to validate the password, and whenever the user makes a stock trade, then also the password should be validated. So this is a diagram which shows the use cases and the include relationship among the use cases. Okay, we have three use cases: secure session, make a trade and validate password. Now let us see about extend relationship. Extend relationship adds up the behavior sequence to the base use case. It is somewhat similar to the include relationship, but the direction of adding behavior sequence to the base use case, that is opposite. In this include relationship, the base use case incorporates the include use case, but in the extend relationship, the extended use case adds its behavior sequence to the base use case. Now let us take an example of extend the relationship to understand it properly. That is a stock brokerage system which has a use case trade stock, which allows the customer to buy the stock for the cash in the account. Now if the customer has insufficient balance in his account but still wants to purchase the stock, and let us see this example, you will understand about the extend relationship to understand it properly. See, this is the diagram which shows the example of trade stocks. So that is margin trading, short sale, limit order and trade options are the use cases, and each one has the extend relationship among them. That is margin trading and the trade stocks has extend relationship. Similarly, like trade stocks and short sale have extend relationship, limit order and trade stocks has extend relationship, and trade options and limit order also has some extend relationship. Now let us see about generalization. The generalization is the most common term in computers. In generalization, there is a parent class consisting of common attributes and operations, and the child class contains the refined attributes and operations. The parent use case contains the common behavior sequence, and the use case, that is a child use case, contains the refined features. Generalization in the use case is represented with the triangular arrows where the arrowhead points to the parent use case. Okay. So, consider this diagram: make trade, trade bonds, trade stocks and trade options are the use cases, that is child use cases, and the parent use case is the make trade, and this triangular arrow shows the relationship. Now, let us see when to use this use case. UML use case diagrams are ideal for representing the goals of system user interactions, defining and organizing the functional requirements in the system, specifying the context and requirements of a system, modeling the basic flow of events in the use case, reverse engineering, forward engineering, etc. Example: online shopping system. These are the questions which could be asked related to this topic. Thank you.